So I thought for sure it's blown up.
Catastrophic.
Catastrophic. No. Remember when you said you were shifting at like 6,700? I was like, that's a lot. It was a little much.
He got baptized by a streetcar. So we're out here at the machine shop today. We got our brand new Brodix heads in. Big shout out to Mike Lau for helping out and getting us these heads as quick as possible. We're gonna have to change the springs on these heads. The camshaft we're running is pretty large and we're running quite a bit of boost. So Bob wants to set them up with the springs that were on the trick flow heads. They're a little bit stronger and they'll be better suited for what we're doing. So for those of you who don't know, this is a 372 small block Chevy. It's got a Rodeck aluminum block. It uses these Brodix 18-degree C heads. They have a spread port exhaust with a stall pattern. It's kind of difficult to get parts for this 18-degree stuff sometimes. Honestly, I would have loved to stay with the 23-degree stuff, but we got into a situation this off-season where the company we were working with wanted to use these 18-degree heads, and so now I've got all these 18-degree parts, you know, rockers, lifters, the stands, and so it's like I don't want to have to, you know, plus the intake. The intake was a big thing. I've already got it converted for EFI, and the only other heads that fit that intake was these Brodix heads. So now that we've got these Brodix heads on there, we have to change the stands. But other than that, that should be the only change between the trick flows and these Brodix heads. So hopefully they work out good and they last. You know, I'm pretty confident that they will. Brodix is a really good company and, you know, I've heard nothing but good about them. So these are Tommy's cylinder heads for his step side project. What all do we do on these?
Put new valves in it. Valve job the heads and milled them. Put new springs and seals on it.
So these are going on his aluminum 5.3, and he's gonna attempt to put enough boost through it to beat the Malibu.
That's what I hear.
That's gonna be the challenge. He's taking a 4L80 up to Dion, have him put a trans brake in it, because I told him, I was like, you're not gonna beat that Malibu off the foot brake with a turbo car, especially with a 5.3. That doesn't make a lot of torque as is in a heavy truck. He's gonna need to leave on some boost. It'll be interesting to see his project rolling here soon. Here we have Tommy's engine for his S10, but Bob has bored and honed it, and I believe we have just about everything to start putting it together. It'll be really nice to have Tommy's S10 back on the road. He's been itching to drive it again, and he misses it. He misses it just the way it was, honestly. And he's going to put it back on nitrous just to get it going. And we're going to put a little nitrous express kit on it and see what it can do. Old LT over here working hard. What do you got there? Is that my Ford?
That's your Ford motor.
My Ford motor.
302.
It's a 408.
408.
Yeah.
Ready to wash?
Ready to wash it. We went through it and I think Bob touched it up with a hone.
Yep.
And he's gonna gap the rings on it and get it ready for nitrous. I bought that engine last year and we didn't really know what all was in it. We took it apart a few weeks back, and since we're gonna be using some nitrous, we're gonna go ahead and gap the rings. Bob wants to put some coated race bearings in it. But yeah, I'll have that to either put in Cobra Kai, or I've got another Mustang that I haven't shown you guys. But it's like an all original 4-cylinder car. I may keep the 4-cylinder car the same. It's such a nice car, so nice to drive. I may just go ahead and put the 408 in Cobra Kai because it's already, you know, been modified a little bit. And I've already started racing it on the channel, and I think people like the car, so why not, you know, put it in Cobra Kai and have a really fast stick shift car. Now over here, we've got this 440-inch small block Chevy. This block was used in a multitude of different vehicles. It's going to be a 60 over 440, and we're not really sure what we're going to put it in yet. We had the block laying around, and you know, we don't want to waste good stuff, so we got plenty of vehicles. So thinking maybe the blue S10 that we just picked up, the giveaway truck, or possibly putting it in either the Malibu or Dad's Red Nova, because the Red Nova has just a little 383 in it, and it's more of a street motor. Not really sure yet. If we were to put it in the Malibu, we could take the engine out of the Malibu and put it in the blue S10. There's plenty of options. Let me know what you guys think.
Hello? Is anybody in this shop? Hello?
I brought some different gasket making material for in the future, or if we have issues.
What's going on in here? What the heck is that?
That's my hot rod, man.
Is that your daily? It's an MG. This is what Ken Miles won the big races in right here.
I mean, it probably would be with a good cam and some heads, single turbo, a blow through carb.
What's going on over here? What's this?
It's survived. It's survived. Believe it or don't.
Oh my god!
I would have sworn.
Well seated in.
It's broke in.
It's broken.
It's broken.
Okay.
It's not broken, it's broke in.
So when we unloaded this thing off the trailer, it was horrendous. The noise, terrible. And I really, really thought that when we took it apart, we would find shrapnel,
Yeah.
like excessive amounts of shrapnel. I really, really, really thought that it had either broke a piston or possibly bent a connecting rod, which would have pulled the piston skirt down close to the counter throw on the crank, which would have knocked the skirt off. Regardless, I thought for sure it's blown up.
Catastrophic.
Catastrophic. No. Can't believe it. Here's what we found. Let's dig through the pile and
Hey,
find
those are some pretty rocker arms.
Okay, this is what a normal push rod should look like, and this is what we found.
Oh.
Looks like the ball just broke off.
Well, it shoved it up into the lifter.
Some of them shoved it up into the push rod.
The ball was stuck down in there.
Yeah.
So our valve train wasn't up to the task.
No, your valve
Not,
train was a little
no.
short.
I mean, I think remember when you said you were shifting at like 6,700? I was like, that's a lot. It was a little much. One of the lifters exploded.
You can hear it happen on one of the shifts, like 67, and it dropped.
Yeah, that's why I thought for sure, dead nuts, it's a piston. No. It literally shoved the ball of the push rod up into the push rod tube. It had one rocker arm laying in the cylinder
You
head.
need some better hydraulic roller lifters, some push rods.
Yeah. And the head survived. Like,
Really?
yeah, there's nothing wrong. Look,
What heads are those, anyways?
I don't know. They're whatever ATK put on this crate motor. They're
So
not,
it's got some junk ass heads on it.
Oh, look at the intake runner. They're freaking puny.
Dude,
Like you would put those on a Vega.
you'd be better off with the damn Vortec heads, probably.
It is a Vortec head. It's drilled for Vortec intake too.
It's
Oh,
got
okay.
like standard head gaskets
Yeah.
for like a marine application.
Yeah, they had just regular junky head gaskets. Like this is not built for
So
boost.
we should probably like go ahead and gap the rings, put some decent heads on this thing, and then, you know, the correct valve train. And
I mean, just depends on what we're going to do with it now that it's out. I mean, I really thought it was a complete loss. I really thought this was going to be a salvage operation, but it was not. I can't find any of the
Imagine how good it'll run with a good set of heads and a cam.
I know it
Sorry,
definitely
go on.
needs a cam. It's got one of them potato
They
cams.
don't even have a potato cam.
That
It's
thing
got
don't
a-
even.
That thing, that thing on the same boost with all 8 cylinders, the ramp in by 1.5 would go 115 6.0s, 590s. The way it was.
It's got one of
Because
them.
this thing, literally, if you put it, like literally, you could put it in that green pickup truck out there, your mom's pickup,
Yeah.
and you'd throw rocks at it. That's how. Just, ugh. There's a nice one.
It's odd.
All the good ones are over here. Bob had to beat them out of the cylinder heads.
Mm.
Looky there.
Out of the cylinder.
Whoa.
Yeah, look what it did.
Solid.
He had to beat this end. Both of them's gone. This one's both of them's gone.
So Bob, what have we learned?
What have we learned?
So it just broke the balls.
What's the lesson to be learned here?
Beat 'em down.
What's the Bob advice?
Bob advice. I don't want to give that.
Our hydraulic roller lifters turned into solid roller lifters. It was really making some noise. Look at
Yeah.
that.
She was making some steam.
I was 100% certain that we would find at least one piston in the pan.
Here's the stock head bolts
Jesus.
that it didn't stretch.
Dude, it had junk freaking Victor Wren's gaskets on it.
So maybe our tune-up was okay.
Yeah,
She was ready for 20 pounds just at 5,000 RPM.
Oh, it made
not
20 just on 7 of them.
pretty incredible, honestly. I mean, I really thought it was a goner. I thought this would be a complete salvage operation, but no. Just the valve train flew apart. It just wasn't ready for your shift point.
It's one of those Monday engines.
I mean, it's got ARP rod bolts. It's got like scat rods, and I think it might be a scat crank.
Does it have pistons? I mean,
It's got hyper-eutectic dish pistons in it.
dish pistons. That's why it sounds so bad.
Yeah, don't have any compression. It is 40 over though.
You probably better keep the dish pistons in there though, just for ease of tuning. Lower compression, it'll probably be okay. It's plenty fast enough, clearly.
They did a good job. I mean, the cylinder walls all look good in it.
And this is a newer block. This is a
Yeah, it's a
one-piece rear main seal block. So this is what you would find in like Mom's Suburban.
When we put it back together, it's definitely going to need a better set of lifters and cam and
Better valve train.
yeah.
I mean, who knows if those springs are really good enough for what we're doing either. They look pretty puny. I mean, they can't be too much because it's
Well,
a
you
hydraulic
revved it to
roller,
6,700.
but- Yeah. But
Like, I
mean,
can't believe it made power up there. The only reason it would make power up there was because you were throwing boost at it.
So what's the good news?
Well, we've got these intake gaskets, but they don't quite fit right. The only intake gaskets that fit these properly, Brodix has. Can't get them at Jegs or Summit, don't stock them. The other option is we make our own, so I brought material to do that. Dad seems to think we can use these, but the water ports don't line up very well, and there's a little trimming we would have to do around here to make it perfect.
Like I said, I'd start them all. Or you get too tight on them. Okay.
MSD in here. I put a curve distributor. I put I was going, the 750 HP double pumper was going on the 383, but the 383 and the El Camino is not ready, so I just slapped that carburetor on here because he had the Elderbrock.
Well, you need an ATM on there, buddy.
Yeah, I seen that too.
Hey, man, those ATMs are the best there is.
The guy told me to,
So do you want me to make your day?
yeah.
Let me make your day. I'm gonna let Billy and Tommy yell at you.
Hello?
Okay.
What up, man?
Hey, man, I've been watching that. I told her I've been watching the little thing on that old man garage, man.
Oh, hell yeah.
Little machine.
You like that Malibu?
I like that shit. Yeah, that Malibu is ice cold, man. That motherfucker. And then he got that 700 there overdrive with a 410. I want my shit like that.
Ice cold AC in that bitch too. God
Yeah,
damn.
AC too. Then I got a 454 big block, 40 over. I don't know nothing about the motor. Just got a 410 cam in there.
Yeah.
I bought a MSD distributor. I curved my distributor, and it's got a 750 double pump on there, HP.
Yeah.
And that carburetor was supposed to go on the 383. So I like to get both these motors over there and get them dialed in, man.
Yeah, man. Well, I got a dyno going in here this winter. Maybe after that, then you don't even have to take it out of the car.
This Billy?
Yeah.
Billy?
Yeah.
Man, you got a distinctive voice, man. I knew this was you. Billy the Kid, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, wow. I gotta get over there with you guys, man.
Where are you from?
I watched Chicago, man. I'm right
That ain't
over
that
here
far.
in Hammond, Indiana.
There you go. That ain't that far.
Still cranking. I got it set up for nitrous.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Spray that
I wanna
bitch.
Get it down in, man. I want to spray it, man.
Bring it down here. We'll spray it.
That's a nice damn shop, man. Y'all got over there.
Man, the Amish just finished it up.
Hey, say hi to the SRC video.
Yeah. Hey, hi, SRC video. Hey, I like your old man too, man. He a good guy, man. Straight up, man.
You're on camera right now. We're gonna put this on YouTube.
You will be on YouTube.
Shout out
Byron.
Byron.
Yeah, Byron Bacon. My last name Bacon.
Byron Bacon. Thank you for calling the SRC hotline, brother.
Alright, that's what I'm talking about.
Well, we're gonna get back to work, man. Uncle Bob is setting the valve lash here, and we're gonna get this old 18-degree motor on the dyno. So bring your shit out here. We'll get it straight.
Okay, I'm coming down. I'm coming your way, man.
All right, man.
I got phone numbers on you guys.
Sounds good.
All right, thanks a lot.
All right, man. Later.
Hey.
That'd be some good content if he actually shows up with all his shit and a big semi-trailer.
Wait. He's got a 66 Impala, a 454.
Yeah.
He's got a 383 with a what? Going in a what?
67 El Camino.
And then he's got a
S10.
400 going in an S10.
Yeah.
God damn.
Byron Bacon, baby.
Shout out to Byron from Chicago.
He's gonna show up and put us all in the trailer.
Starting to look like an engine.
I think it's gonna be a runner.
Would you say it's worth it in the end? Well, I guess you won't know until you see how it runs, but you think all this is going to be worth it?
Well, sure.
Yeah.
Well, sure. Absolutely.
I'm gonna have the only one like it.
Everybody else is going to go.
I'm gonna force everybody to do this. All the LS guys will be switching. They'll be calling up Brodix asking for the Billy heads.
The Billy heads.
I'm gonna be calling up Crowder asking for the Billy rockers. Yeah,
One more? Was that it?
that's it.
But where can we get them Billy the Kid valve covers? That's my real question.
One off.
there she goes.
Holy shit! That's right, we got them big old grooved lifters in there. All right, I have to finish bolting this up. Is it running off the side like my side? Go out there and get some rags. So now I would say is you can take that plate off and put that carburetor on there. It's up there on top.
Look at that, you wore the perfect shirt today.
What's that?
You wore the perfect shirt today.
Yeah. I'll tell you, they're impressive carburetors. Now on this side over here, we have to put 2 washers. Washers?
Washers?
Washers? Yeah, washers.
So a little disclaimer before everybody runs into the comments saying that we suck or whatever. It did make 480 horsepower on motor on the dyno. This dyno was on race gas. They weren't really shooting for a number. The carburetor wasn't tuned perfectly to be making a bunch of power. It was very rich. The sole purpose of this dyno session was to just make sure that the engine was running smoothly and there was no leaks before we actually go and put it in the truck. Fourth time's a charm.
I hope so.
Home sweet home.